IELTS Cafe. You remember Tony?
Hello everyone.
He was a great guest with me in the first episodes, and we talked about the speaking test, which is what we're going to talk about again tonight. But we're getting into more detail about what you guys need to do in the exam and what you need to avoid as well. So, are you ready, Tony?
Yep.
Great. So we will be watching sample of a real IELTS test which achieved a very high score, band 9. Yes, you heard that right, band 9. Can people actually achieve that?
Well, he clearly did. It says on the video 8.5 to 9, but I mean it really is very high. And I think the first thing that people might be maybe misled by is the fact that he's Spanish and he does speak with quite a pronounced Spanish accent. Although as he relaxes, it becomes less and less obvious. And then, as you know, we've talked about, and I've talked about with students, he relaxes and he starts to talk about something that's very personal to him. And he talks about it in such a way that he's able to almost make you imagine that you're there.
Exactly.
And that's the really good point about it.
Yeah, that's true. So let me just remind you guys of the assessment criteria for the IELTS speaking exam. So we've got fluency and coherence, lexical resource, grammatical range and accuracy, and pronunciation. Can this guy we're going to watch now tick all the boxes to impress the examiner? Well, let's see. So we're going to start with part 2 of the speaking test, the part where you're going to be speaking alone, a monologue, and we'll see how it goes. He's speaking about a memorable event. Let's see how he does this, and Tony and I will be taking the lead next and commenting on what he did.
Could you please start speaking now?
I'm going to talk about my grandparents' golden wedding anniversary, which was 2 months ago. They're in their 70s now and have been married for 50 years, so it was a very special day. I've been to many kind of anniversaries and parties and weddings, but I must say that I enjoyed this day more than any other. It was a moving and memorable day. I think that the combination of the importance of the day and the fantastic atmosphere was what made it so special. This anniversary was in a country house, which in Spain we call una finca, which is like an old ranch. There were many guests who came from far and wide.
So what do you think about this fact?
Well, I think the first thing is that he's clearly able to see it all in his mind, and so that's what you and I said. It might have been a recent event. That doesn't matter. I mean, that's his good fortune. But it's the way that he uses the words like memorable, atmosphere, and it's almost like he doesn't use the word, but it's almost like he's saying there was a sort of a magical feel to it. And he also said he'd been to lots of other events like this, but nothing was special. So he's drawing you in, which I think is lovely.
Exactly. So what he's basically trying to do is not just focus on this event, but comparing it with other ones.
Yeah.
And I also particularly like the part when he said far and wide,
That's the far and wide.
which takes us back to what people need to do in the IELTS speaking exam, which is using idioms.
Yeah, but also making sure they're using the idioms correctly. But far and wide, of course, is a wonderful expression if it's used in the proper context, because it conveys the meaning that you want it to.
Right. So what we're trying to show you guys is the variety of language involved in the speaking test. Accuracy, of course, is involved, and also your ability to compare between two scenes so that you will be able to show your grammatical range. So it's not enough just to keep speaking about the same event. It will be great if you can compare it to another one that happened in the past, or maybe something that will happen in the future.
I think the other thing to mention is that he paused at one point looked at his notes, so
Yes.
that's absolutely right. That's what the notes are there for.
Yes.
But he speaks with confidence. That's what I particularly like.
That's great.
and
But it's not
that's-
something that we can teach, unfortunately.
Well, maybe it's because he's trained to be a lawyer.
Come to the IELTS